The next item is item R1, committee member assignments. Staff is recommending that we fill a vacancy on the Social Services Committee. Councilmember Iles.
So I had to leave social services because of my job at Interfaith Action.
How many months ago was Councilmember Shawn Iles elected to the 3rd Ward seat on Evanston City Council? Months ago. And he's just now realizing that his position at Interfaith might pose a conflict of interest with him sitting on the Social Services Committee. Watch this process.
So I had to leave social services because of my job at Interfaith Action. So I had to leave social services because of my job at Interfaith Action. And so that leaves me with just 2 committees. And so the ones that I'm particularly interested in joining are Economic Development, AP&W, and Planning and Development.
Interesting.
The ones that I'm particularly interested in joining are Economic Development, AP&W, and Planning and Development. And so I'm just going to start by checking to see if anybody who's on those committees is willing to swap out for social services or make space for me on those committees.
There was silence.
Yeah, just to read through the council members who are on AP&W, Councilmember Kelly, Harris, myself, Sufford and Davis, that's AP&W. P&D, we have Kelly, Burns, Davis, Rogers, and Hedekadis. And Economic Development is Kelly, Nusma, Burns, Sufford, Davis, and Rogers. So are there any takers from those committees who are willing to resign their seat and let Councilmember Iles fill that vacancy? Councilmember Harris.
So I'm not willing to give up my seat on AP&W, but if I remember correctly, when we first started picking, we looked at numbers, who were on so many committees. So can you go through each council member and see how many each person is on? Is that hard to do?
I'm going to ask staff to address that.
No problem. Councilmember Kelly is on 4. Councilmember Harris is on 4. Councilmember Iles is on 2. Councilmember Nusma is on 4. Councilmember Burns is on 5. Councilmember Suffredin is on 4. Councilmember Davis is on 5. Councilmember Rogers is on 5. And Councilmember Hedekadis is on 4.
Okay, so thank you for the information. So I think of those 5s on APW, is there someone who APW needs to step down? Somebody from APW.
Councilmember Harris. I mean Davis.
I just wanted to mention that I actually stepped down from NU City Committee. I sent an email to all the City School. So mine is actually 4 now.
Okay. Councilmember Kelly.
So I think there were a good number of folks who have 5 or on 5 committees, so it was 3, right? You want either AP&W, P&D, and the third one was, so on economic development, I know there's at least 2 people on there who are on 5 committees. So maybe one of the people on 5 committees who serve on economic development would be willing to step down, to switch out. Who would those be? That would be
And the 5
Burns
committees
or
are...
who are the...
So that would be Councilmember Burns and Councilmember Rogers. It was Councilmember Davis, but she is now off of City School Liaison Committee, which gives her 4 committees instead of 5.
As chair of
My
this meeting,
virtual hand just
I'm sorry, go ahead, Councilmember Burns.
and I'm the chair of the Economic Development Committee for the next 6 months, so this would not be a time where I'm willing to step down, honestly, from any committee, but definitely not economic development. I will say that last term we expanded the amount of seats I think in several committees, and so that is an option.
Councilmember Iles?
That was my next solution. I don't think we can expand economic development because it has a lot of community members on it, and that would make it unwieldy. But because AP and W and Planning and Development are standing committees that have just council members on them, I would make a motion to expand both of them by one to give me an opportunity to get to 4.
All right, there is a motion on the table. Is there a second for the motion at this time?
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember Harris. It's moved by Councilmember Iles. Yeah, so we'll continue discussion with Councilmember Kelly.
So it's the same situation on P&D, which was also one of the options. We also have members serving on P&D who are on 5. Right, and who would that be?
That is Councilmember Burns and Councilmember Rogers.
Yeah. Councilmember Davis.
I know we're going to take a vote, but I don't understand why we ranked committees if we were just going to expand them later to get people, so people can kind of do whatever they want.
Thank you, Councilmember Periel Davis. Can you repeat that, please? One more time.
I know we're going to take a vote, but I don't understand why we ranked committees if we were just going to expand them later to get people, so people can kind of do whatever they want.
I think the reason why we expanded it last time is because if there are people that want to serve and contribute to additional committees, then what really is the issue that we're trying to solve if we allow that? It's especially now that we've already reduced the amount of committees that one council member is on. Everybody is at full, kind of hovering around 4 or 5. And so I think we've achieved what what any issue was last time, was maybe there were council members, including myself, serving on too many committees. We've addressed that. Now we just want to make sure that people can contribute as much as they would like. And I see that as a good thing. And so I don't have any personal issue with it. Thank you, Chair.
I don't believe Councilmember Bobby Burns listened to what Councilmember Periel Davis said. Repeat it.
I know we're going to take a vote, but I don't understand why we ranked committees if we were just going to expand them later to get people, so people can kind of do whatever they want.
Councilmember Rogers.
Quick question, are we talking about one specific committee or both committees?
I'm talking about both.
Okay. So the request is to expand both P&D and APW?
Yes, because they're both standing committees that just have council members on them.
All right.
Councilmember Kelly.
So I guess I would ask if either Burns or Rogers, maybe not, but since Councilmember Burns, if you'd be interested in stepping down from, or swapping, or rather stepping down from P&D, and then we wouldn't have this.
And I think I responded. I am not interested in that. I have a lot of development in the ward. I've already stepped down from several committees. I want to make sure I represent my ward on this committee.
All right. There being no further discussion, I will call the vote on the motion to expand ANPW and P&D by 1 seat each. Can we do a roll call, please?
Councilmember Iles,
Yes.
Mayor Biss,
Aye.
Councilmember Nusma,
Aye.
Councilmember Burns,
Aye.
Councilmember Suffredin,
No.
Councilmember Davis,
No.
Councilmember Rogers,
No.
Councilmember Harris,
Aye.
sorry, and Councilmember Kelly,
No.
Councilmember Harris.
Aye.
By a vote of 6 to 4, the motion passes, and ANPW and P&D are both expanded by 1 seat. Mayor Biss.
I move that we appoint Councilmember Iles to the 2 new vacancies created on ANPW and P&D.
Second.
It's been moved by Mayor Biss, seconded by Councilmember Harris.
So now you know to definitely start paying close attention to these two committees that just expanded for one council member, Shawn Iles, and Mayor Biss wants him there. So you know, start paying attention to those two committee meetings very closely. Something might be up.
Mayor Biss.
I move that we appoint Councilmember Iles to the two new vacancies created on ANPW and P&D.
Second.
It's been moved by Mayor Biss, seconded by Councilmember